Welcome into Cooking with Margie. I'm Eric Stafford. This is Margie Mansure, and we are here today with yet another recipe. Now, Margie, I see all kinds of things that I'm excited about, but I'm hoping you're going to tell me what they are.
Well, you know, today it's a little dreary, it's a little cool outside, so I thought it would be perfect day for a bowl of soup.
Ooh, okay.
So we are going to make Caldo Verde.
Oh, okay. And what does Verde stand for? I'm not a foreign language person, but
Well, you know, it's kind of a Spanish, I guess Portuguese as well, meaning greens. So it's basically translated. It's a potato soup with greens, and we're going to add some sausage. And this recipe originated in Portuguese.
Okay.
Portugal.
Portugal. Okay. But you know, I just heard verde a lot in recipes and stuff.
So right, and that means greens.
It means greens. That's why I've heard that. So, and I'm kind of, the older I get, I know this may sound bad, but the older I get, the more I like soup. Is that silly?
Yeah. Well, you might get colder. But, you know,
I don't know.
Older people get colder, right?
It fills you up. It's warm.
Yeah.
Fills you up inside.
Warms your bones.
Warms your bones.
Some good comfort food.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start out. I've got some olive oil here, which they probably have in Portugal.
Yeah.
Put that. I've got my pan already heated up, and I'm going to start sautéing this sausage.
Oh yeah.
Now I have 12 ounces of this Portuguese type sausage. And that's sizzling up nicely.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Good and warm.
So this sausage, I've got the package here. I was surprised I was able to find it. It says it's a mild Portuguese sausage. You could also use a Spanish chorizo.
Yeah.
Which is usually easier to find, but since I found this, I thought we might as well be authentic.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go for the real deal.
The real deal. If you had some other kind of sausage you liked, or if you wanted it to be super lean, which a lot of times I do, I would get maybe some chicken sausage.
Yeah, something a little leaner.
So I'm going to put you in charge of the greens today.
Okay. What am I doing to these poor little greens?
So what we want to do is we've got a bunch of greens. We're going to devein them. Okay. So do you know how to do that?
I'm assuming you're taking off this big stalk.
Exactly. It's probably easier to turn it this way. And then you can just take your paring knife and then just go down like this on both sides.
Okay.
And that pretty much takes care of that.
Well, there you go.
And so we're going to let you do those. And then if you can cut those in bite-sized pieces.
Okay. All right.
Now, the recipe called for a pound, but that's not a pound. I was surprised it was an entire bunch, but it didn't weigh a pound.
Okay.
So that's one of the beauties of soup. It's very versatile.
I was thinking these stalks, though, they must weigh a little bit.
The stalks do. So if I would have put all the stalks in, and certainly the stalks are edible,
but they're a little tough.
They're a little tough, and they take a lot longer to cook.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't think about that too.
So we're just kind of gonna let this brown up a little bit.
Okay.
So that is going to add a lot of flavor to our soup.
Okay.
Definitely. So this soup has traditionally been used at special events in Portuguese.
Portugal. Okay. In Portugal. Okay.
Like weddings. They might have some Caldo Verde or a festival.
Yeah.
Sometimes they might use kale, but you can also use collards.
Oh, okay.
So which green do you prefer?
Well, I actually just like spinach, or would probably go with this.
Collards
I would try
or
to go with
spinach.
collards or something. Yeah, the only one I don't really like is mustard greens, just because they're kind of hot. They're actually a little spicy.
They're a little strong, aren't they?
They got a little spice to them.
Yes.
Somebody said collard greens, and I thought, oh yeah, sure. And I tried that one time and was surprised.
Collard greens are nice, and when you get them in cool weather, they typically taste better. They're a little bit sweeter. The warm weather makes them bitter.
Oh, okay.
So really the winter time is, the cold season time is really a good time to get them.
Okay.
So I think this might be one of the first times we've cooked soup together.
Yeah, I think it is. Now, I think I had filmed you cooking soup once. With another agent one time. It was a while back.
But soups are just so versatile and easy. I mean, I even eat them in the summertime.
Yeah.
But when it's cold and dreary like today, that's really the best time.
Oh, yeah.
So I have one chopped onion, that kind of a small chop. Toss in there. I have a tablespoon of garlic.
Ooh, love the garlic.
Yes. You have to have onions and garlic. At least onions in a soup. Oh man, that smells good. And to this, would you like a little heat in yours?
I like a little heat.
Well, this is optional, but I'm going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a 1/4 teaspoon, which is not a large amount. But this is a fresh jar, and it's pretty potent.
Yeah, I like crushed red pepper though.
If you let this sit, it'll last a long time, but it loses potency the longer it sits
really?
in your cupboard. Because I had an old bottle, and it was really weak, and so then I got that one, and I was shocked at how potent it was. Surprise, surprise! I'm gonna grind up some pepper in here too.
Okay.
Maybe a teaspoon or so. Just keep on grinding.
So
you're doing the chiffonade there.
I'm trying to do the chiffonade, but I saw my pieces were a little chunky, so I'm trying to make it a little more bite size.
You're doing a great job.
My wife doesn't like my bite size. I make them too big. She's like, that's too big a bite.
Maybe your bites are larger than
my
yours.
bites are larger, or I go for the bigger bite. How's that?
So the chiffonade is.
I'm probably doing it
when
wrong.
you're just. I think you're doing a great job. You're just going to roll your leaves up kind of like a cigar.
Yep.
And then just cut across them. And they're just with big leaves like this, it makes it so much easier to manage.
Yeah. Well, now that you gave me permission, I rolled them tighter. I rolled them tight as a cigar.
Just don't smoke it.
No smoking. No. We don't even have a smoker here.
No, we don't. There are no smokers. Okay, so at this point I'm going to add some chicken broth to this. So I've got 4 cups. I've got the low sodium chicken broth.
Okay.
And the reason I get that is because the regular chicken broth has got a lot of sodium, right?
Oh, really?
It really does. So,
because why go for the extra sodium? I mean, might as well. You're going to add salt and stuff yourself. So.
Well, we can taste it.
You can taste it.
You don't always have to add salt. I know many people that do though.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Taste it first.
They've got to add the salt.
Well, and you can't take the salt out, so you really do need to taste it and see what's going on.
I've got 4 cups of water too, so it's not just pure chicken broth. I probably will need to add a little salt, but like you said, we can always add it.
You can always add, you can't take away.
So I have got Yukon Gold potatoes. See how gold they are?
They are gold, and I like them because you can cook them pretty much with a peel on them, just about.
Well, for this recipe does say to peel them, but
you peeled them.
I peeled them, but you don't have to. You don't have to. So I've got, that was 2 pounds of the Yukon Golds.
Okay.
And that's about six potatoes.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm sorry. My holding up production.
Yeah, exactly.
It's holding up production, man.
No, actually you're not, because we're going to let this boil for about, I'm going to bring it to a boil and then simmer it for about 10 minutes.
Okay. So I got 10
before we
minutes.
need those. So
I got 10 minutes is what you're saying.
You got 10 minutes. So these potatoes have been cooking for 10 minutes, so they're a little bit tender. I like my soup thick. I like the broth to be a little thick. What about you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I've just got the potatoes in the broth here. I'm going to put some of this in my blender, right? And to just puree that up a little bit, and that's going to add some thickness to that broth. And so I've got about 2 cups of potatoes that I'm going to blend. So this is it's a really, you can always do that with soups instead of using flour or cornstarch or something like that. You can always puree some of the potato or even some of the vegetables.
Yeah.
And that will act as a thickener for you.
Now when you're blending and it's hot, doesn't it make it like kind of want to expand?
Maybe.
When you open the thing back up, just be careful because.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It is pretty hot.
It could burn you.
Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Mash those potatoes right up.
Yeah. And be careful because it might be hot.
Okay.
Oh, it probably still is hot. But
yes.
You hear that little hiss? Yeah.
Oh, that's very hot.
That's very hot.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put my greens in here.
Okay.
I went ahead and cooked the greens in some of the broth in another pan just to speed up the process. You could just add them. You could add them and cook the soup a little bit longer, but you want to puree the potatoes without the greens because of the color. Unless you want a green
soup.
A green soup. So maybe for St. Patrick's Day, if you did this, you could go ahead and blend up the greens. Okay. So that looks nice and hearty. So I'll put my puree in here.
Okay.
And just stir that up.
Oh, and that does make it more.
Just kind of
gives it more oomph.
kind of a cream. It looks more like
a cream
base.
Like
And then
creamier.
We can put our sausage back in.
Aha. This is sausage you browned earlier.
Exactly. And just kind of let all of those flavors come together. Let it simmer for a couple of minutes. Oh, that's actually the color is nice with that sausage. It has so much paprika in it that it adds some.
It adds a little red to it. A
little red, which is excellent. And then the last thing we're going to put in here is a little bit of white wine vinegar.
Oh, okay.
Just as a flavoring. It's nice to balance out your flavors. I think the greens are pretty sweet, but greens and vinegar always go well together.
And it could kind of help with maybe a little bit of the acid of the sausage.
Yes.
I can't think of the word.
Yes, I think that'll be a good contrast.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will let you taste it, and then we can decide if we want to add more salt.
Okay.
So you can, as usual, you get to be the guinea pig.
I get to be the tester.
The tester.
And see if there's a salt deficiency, but I don't think so.
Well, the sausage has quite a bit of salt too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking we're pretty good.
Make sure that the greens are done and well enough.
There we go.
And
get a good overhead shot of that.
And since we did take out the stems from the greens, they don't take near as long to cook. So just cook them about 10 minutes along with those potatoes.
Actually, it's got a little spice to it because of the sausage. It's got a little kick.
Also, we put the red pepper flakes in there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So I don't think it needs anything. I think it's good.
All right. Even with that low sodium broth.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's awesome. So does it have a good contrast of flavors?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And definitely smart to thicken up the potatoes, I think.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you like it.
Okay.
And I think this is a really good one for, especially right now, but really any time of year.
Oh yeah, and it's going to fill you up and get you warm inside.
And you know, we could just have a little warm bread with this, and that would be enough for our meal, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a one-dish meal.
That's it. Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you all for joining us, and I hope you try the recipe.